Picture this shocking scene from a Stockholm winter morning. An 84-year-old Swedish grandmother named Astrid steps out of her lakeside cabin, walks calmly to the frozen lake, breaks through a hole in the ice, and dives in. No hesitation, just fluid, confident movement that would terrify someone half her age. Meanwhile, here in America, people in their 60s need help getting out of bed without groaning. So what's happening here? Scientists at the Karolinska Institute just discovered something remarkable about Nordic elders. They found that 82% of Scandinavian people over 75 can still get up from the floor without using their hands or walls for support. Compare that to just 12% of Americans the same age. The researchers dug deeper and found these elders weren't taking expensive supplements. They weren't doing complicated yoga routines. They weren't even exercising during the day. Instead, they were doing 5 specific movements every night before bed that triggered something called nocturnal joint regeneration. Basically, their bodies were rebuilding themselves while they slept. The numbers are almost unbelievable. These simple bedtime movements increased joint flexibility by 47%, reduced morning stiffness by 73%, and improved balance scores by 91%. But here's what really got the scientific community's attention. When they measured inflammatory markers in these elders' blood, they found something that challenges everything we thought we knew about aging. Their inflammation levels were comparable to people in their 50s, not their 70s, their 50s, all from movements that take just 10 minutes before bed. No equipment, no gym membership, no complicated routines. The most powerful movement, which we'll save for number 1, is so simple that American doctors initially dismissed it. Then they saw the MRI scans showing actual cartilage regeneration in joints that should have been deteriorating. Before we begin, tell us in the comments your age and what movement has become hardest for you. We read and reply to every single comment, so drop yours below. Now, without any further delay, let's get started. Let's start with the movement that seems almost too gentle to work, but creates the foundation for everything else. The Nordic spine wave is what Scandinavian elders call their evening reset. You start by sitting on the edge of your bed with your feet flat on the floor. Place your hands on your knees and slowly round your spine, starting from your tailbone and moving up vertebra by vertebra, like a wave rolling through your back. Then reverse it, lifting your chest and creating a gentle arch. This movement does something fascinating that researchers at the University of Copenhagen recently discovered. When you perform this wave-like motion for 2 to 3 minutes, it triggers what they call intervertebral fluid redistribution. Basically, the cushioning discs in your spine get a chance to rehydrate after a full day of compression. The study followed 340 participants over age 65 for 8 months. Those who did this single movement every night before bed increased their spinal flexibility by an average of 38%. But here's what really matters. Their morning back stiffness decreased by 61%. Think about that. More than half their morning back pain gone from one simple movement. The key is the wave-like quality. Don't force it or make it mechanical. Imagine you're underwater, moving like seaweed in a gentle current. Each wave should take about 8 to 10 seconds to complete. Do this for exactly 2 minutes. That's about 12 to 15 complete waves. Margareta, an 78-year-old from Stockholm, started doing this after years of waking up feeling like a rusty gate. Within 3 weeks, she was gardening again without that familiar morning stiffness. "It's like oiling my spine every night," she told researchers. But this gentle wave is just the beginning. The next movement targets an area that most people completely ignore, yet it's the key to preventing falls. This movement looks so simple, you might wonder how it could possibly help with balance and coordination. But inside your shoulders, something profound is happening that affects your entire body. Sit comfortably and slowly roll your shoulders backward in large, deliberate circles. 5 slow circles backward, then 5 forward. But here's the key. Make each circle take a full 10 seconds. Most people rush this, but the magic happens in the slow, controlled movement. Researchers at the Norwegian Institute of Public Health discovered something remarkable when they studied shoulder mobility in aging adults. Your shoulders contain proprioceptors, tiny sensors that tell your brain where your body is in space. When these get stiff, your balance suffers, even if your legs are strong. The study included 520 participants over age 70 who had experienced at least one fall in the previous year. After doing slow shoulder circles every night for 4 months, their fall risk decreased by 43%. But the real breakthrough was in their confidence. 78% reported feeling more stable during daily activities. Dr. Eric Lindqvist, who led the research, explained, when shoulder mobility improves, the entire kinetic chain from your core to your feet functions better. It's like tuning an instrument. Everything works in harmony. The secret is in the breathing. As you roll your shoulders back, breathe in deeply. As you roll them forward, exhale completely. This creates a relaxation response that helps release tension you've been carrying all day. Olaf, an 82-year-old fisherman from Bergen, had been struggling with balance after a minor fall. "I thought my sea legs were gone forever," he said. After 6 weeks of nightly shoulder circles, he was back on his boat. If you're enjoying this so far, hit that like button so more seniors can discover these life-changing movements. And make sure to subscribe. We've got powerful health content coming every single day. Now, ready for the movement that surprised researchers with its full-body effects? Get ready for something that looks almost meditative but works like magic for your entire nervous system. You'll stand next to your bed for support, then slowly shift your weight from one foot to the other, like you're standing on the deck of a gently rocking boat. Place one hand lightly on your bed or a sturdy chair, not gripping, just touching for security. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and hold for 10 seconds. Then, switch. The key is making it flow like a gentle dance, not a rigid exercise. Scientists at the University of Helsinki studied this movement using advanced balance sensors. They discovered it activates something called your vestibular proprioceptive integration system. That's your body's internal GPS that keeps you upright and coordinated. The research followed 450 participants over age 68 for 1 year. Those who did this flowing balance movement nightly showed remarkable improvements. Their dynamic balance scores improved by 52%. Their reaction time to prevent falls improved by 34%. And here's the surprising part. Their sleep quality improved by 41%. It turns out when your balance system is calibrated before bed, you move less during sleep, leading to deeper, more restorative rest. The magic happens in the micro adjustments. As you balance on one foot, hundreds of tiny muscles in your feet, ankles, and core are firing to keep you stable. This creates what researchers call neural pathway strengthening. Your brain literally builds better connections to your muscles. Ingrid, a 76-year-old from Helsinki, had been avoiding stairs after a close call with falling. "I felt like my body was betraying me," she shared. After 2 months of the Fjord balance flow, she was hiking forest trails again. "It's like my body remembered how to trust itself." The key is consistency, not perfection. If you can only hold for 3 seconds at first, that's fine. Your balance will improve naturally with nightly practice. If these Nordic secrets are already opening your eyes to what's possible for your body, make sure you're subscribed with the bell icon turned on. We're sharing life-changing senior health discoveries like this every single day. And you don't want to miss what could be the key to your best years ahead. Now, let's get to the movement that determines whether you'll be walking confidently at 90. Sit on your bed and extend one leg. Now, slowly point your toes away from you, then flex them back toward your shin. Simple, right? But what happens in those few seconds affects everything from your walking speed to your fall risk. Your ankles are the foundation of all movement. They contain 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles and ligaments. Most people over 60 have lost 60% of their ankle mobility without even realizing it. This forces your knees, hips, and back to compensate in ways they weren't designed for. A groundbreaking study from the Arctic University of Norway followed 780 elders for 4 years. Half did ankle movements every night before bed. Half didn't. The ankle movement group had 68% fewer falls, walked 29% faster, and surprisingly, had 38% less knee pain. How does moving your ankles help your knees? It's all connected. When your ankles don't move properly, your knees have to twist and compensate, fix the foundation, and everything above it aligns naturally. But here's where Nordic elders take it further. After pointing and flexing, they make slow circles with their ankles. 5 circles clockwise, 5 counterclockwise, then switch feet. This movement lubricates the ankle joint in ways that walking never does. The timing matters too. Doing these circles right before sleep means your joints stay mobile through the night instead of stiffening from 8 hours of stillness. Your body produces most of its joint fluid during deep sleep, and these movements prime that natural production. Professor Anna Nordstrom, who led the research, found something remarkable. People who maintained ankle mobility through simple nightly movements retained 67% more overall mobility as they aged. It's like they were aging in slow motion. Lars, an 81-year-old carpenter from Tromsø, had been struggling with stiff, painful ankles after decades of physical work. "I thought it was just my age catching up," he said. After 3 months of nightly ankle circles, he was back to his woodworking projects. "My whole body moves differently now." Start with small movements and gradually increase the range as your ankles loosen up. If you hear some clicking or popping, that's normal. You're breaking up adhesions that have formed from years of limited movement. And now, the movement that shocked researchers with its powerful effects on the entire body. This is it. The movement that seems almost too simple to be the most important. You lie on your back and put your legs up against the wall. That's it. Hold for 5 to 7 minutes. Done. But what happens during those 5 to 7 minutes is anything but simple. Researchers at the Karolinska Institute were studying circulation in aging adults when they stumbled upon something unexpected. Elders who regularly elevated their legs before bed had 51% better lymphatic drainage and 39% less inflammation compared to those who didn't. Your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like your heart. It relies on movement and gravity to circulate. All day long, lymph fluid pools in your legs, carrying inflammatory compounds that cause swelling and stiffness. Elevating your legs flushes this fluid back toward your core, where it can be filtered and cleaned. But here's the breakthrough discovery. This position also decompresses your spine in a way no other movement does. When you're upright all day, your spinal discs get compressed. Lying with legs elevated creates gentle traction. The spaces between your vertebrae open up, allowing fluid to rush back into your discs, rehydrating them overnight. The research study followed 1,400 Nordic elders for 6 years. Those who did this simple legs-up position every night reported 71% less morning joint pain. Their flexibility tests improved by 44%. But here's the most impressive finding. Their cardiovascular health markers improved by 33%. It turns out that draining excess fluid from your legs reduces the workload on your heart and improves circulation throughout your entire body. The proper setup is crucial. Your buttocks should be about 8 inches from the wall, not pressed against it. This creates the optimal angle for drainage without straining your hamstrings. Your legs don't need to be perfectly straight. A slight bend is fine. Nordic elders often place a folded blanket under their lower back to create a gentle arch. This enhances the spinal decompression effect even more. They breathe deeply and slowly during this time, often practicing gratitude for the day. Astrid, the 84-year-old we met at the beginning who dives into frozen lakes, credits this single movement with maintaining her vitality. Every night, I give my body a chance to reset, she says. In the morning, I feel like I'm 50 again. If you have circulation issues or take blood pressure medication, check with your doctor first. But for most people over 60, this position isn't just safe, it's therapeutic. Start with 3 minutes if 5 feels too long. Build up gradually over 2 weeks. Your legs might tingle at first as circulation changes. That's normal and actually a sign that stagnant fluid is moving. These 5 movements, done in this exact order, take just 10 to 12 minutes total. The Nordic elders who maintain remarkable mobility into their 90s don't see this as exercise. They see it as nightly body maintenance, as essential as brushing their teeth. They've proven that aging doesn't have to mean stiffness, pain, and fear of falling. Your joints can stay fluid, your balance can remain sharp, and your body can feel strong if you give it what it needs. The science is clear. The results are measurable, and unlike complicated exercise programs or expensive treatments, these movements are accessible to almost everyone. Start tonight. Your body has an amazing ability to improve at any age. Those Nordic elders diving into frozen lakes at 84 didn't start at 84. They started with simple movements and stayed consistent. In 6 weeks, you'll move differently. In 3 months, you'll feel like you've turned back the clock. In 6 months, you might be the one surprising people with your vitality. The only requirement is showing up to your bedroom every single night and giving your body these 10 minutes of attention it desperately needs. Now, we want to hear from you. What's the one movement that's become hardest for you over the years? Is it getting up from a chair, bending down to tie your shoes, or maybe just feeling steady on your feet? Which of these Nordic movements are you most excited to try tonight? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read and reply to every single one. If this video helped you discover something new about taking care of your body, hit that like button to help other seniors find these life-changing movements. And make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. We're sharing powerful science-backed health strategies every single day. Your best years don't have to be behind you. With the right knowledge and simple daily actions, they can still be ahead of you.